At dawn, everything had already been destroyed. When my friend stepped into the fields, he was met with a heartbreaking scene: crops torn out by the roots, irrigation lines broken, fencing shredded, and the damage of a single night's raid measured in thousands of dollars. We immediately reached out to a government-approved wildlife control team, and they responded without delay. After confirming their permits and explaining the legal procedure, they began documenting the situation step by step. A small tracking crew followed the Boars trail, identified their movement patterns, marked the entry points, and recorded every clue with photos and notes. Then the team moved carefully and quietly, setting up a controlled perimeter with baited funnel traps, placing hidden night cameras to monitor the routes, and keeping reinforced holding cages ready for safe capture. Every part of the operation was coordinated with local authorities and nearby farmers, making sure the response stayed lawful, careful, and community-focused. If your farm is ever hit, the first step is to record the damage, contact an approved wildlife control team, and work together with neighbors and officials, because protecting the land starts with acting fast, documenting everything, and standing united. After the first trap is set, we move to a new stretch and deploy two more: a compact locking trap for the younger boars, and a huge trial trap to test the main catch. Carefully angled cameras cover both sites so every move is captured. We lay fresh feed and scent lines, a light trail at the entrance, richer bait close to the trigger, building a steady rhythm that draws them in. Monitoring the screens, we tweak spacing and camera focus in real time. Minutes later, the footage shows them slipping in, taking the bait, and nudging the mechanism. The nets close clean, controlled, and the boars are secured perfectly. A crisp, satisfying result. During trap activation, a boar sustained a fatal entanglement when its head became trapped. We initiated rescue procedures at once, but were unable to revive the animal. Night vision recordings document the entire incident and will be used in the post-incident review. This event highlights the necessity of strict adherence to humane handling protocols, comprehensive documentation of every step, and a prioritized redesign of traps and operating procedures to eliminate similar risks. After the loss, we overhauled our approach. Every cage was rebuilt with stronger frames, padded head protection, and remote release mechanisms. Night cameras were repositioned for continuous monitoring, and the team ran regular rescue drills and strict preset checklists. From then on, humane safety and trap redesign led every operation. Using a short, non-slip ramp and gentle guidance, we herd each group through the chute into the vehicle's holding bay. A team member checks every animal for injuries, tags them, and records counts on the tablet. Once loaded and locked, we quietly drive them to the relocation site.
More than 30
This
boars
method is
following
safe for people
the
and animals. Stop
First
line
line went out,
and every farm recovered without violence.
the holding area, closed the outer gate, and calmly moved the animals into the transport cages. Everyone watched breathless as the herd was contained without injury. That quiet success gave the farmers a real chance to repair their fields and breathe easier this season.
Engines humming, we loaded the captured boars into reinforced cages and rolled south toward a new hotspot on the border. I sent one strike team straight into the zone, while the rest prepared transport, bolstered holding pens, secured the animals, and briefed local farmers on safety and next steps. Radios crackled as damage assessments came in, and we coordinated with authorities all day. Then, formal orders arrived to execute a decisive removal. With official authorization, teams moved out with approved gear, following strict chain of command protocols and prioritizing civilian safety at every turn. The boars were highly aggressive crews, fastened traps to vehicles, handled each animal with extreme care, and staged them for transport. By first light, we shifted to the next large trap set, methodically extending containment as the operation pressed on. The night's tension gave way to focused action, clear orders, careful hands, and an unwavering commitment to protect people and livestock. Finally, we wrap this up. What you just saw is how to stop the damage without hurting a single animal. By scouting smart, using reinforced humane traps, after a moment to gather ourselves, and an engineered transfer government approval and our teams on the ground, whole herds, we were able to protect livelihoods, hundreds, even thousands of dollars per field. Every trap and holding cage protects farmers, tested, preserves wildlife, safety checks and keeps communities safe. Most boars were captured or neutralized without injury, and built a repeatable system was documented, counted, the step-by-step under strict protocol. Setting this farmers up in your area, begin recovery. Tell us, we'll share even as monitoring continues to prevent repeat damage. This operation proves that coordinated, humane action works, but it also highlights the need for authorities and communities to invest in long-term monitoring and a rapid response system to keep fields safe.